Hey y'all, hey. So if you've been following along, I've been doing the ABCs of accountability. And these are characteristics and traits that I feel an accountable person should possess from A to Z. If you don't know what accountability means, it means taking ownership of one's actions, reactions, and the consequences that can come from those. Today we are on the letter S. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. So the first word is sacred, worthy of reverence and respect, holy. Let me give y'all reverence from, if you've been following along with our book club, you know we are finishing up The Seat of the Soul, but reverence was chapter 3. And reverence is seeing beyond the outer shell of appearance to the essence within it. Reverence is connecting with the true power and essence of what a person is or what a thing is. It is a holy perception. It is recognizing personalities as earth suits and shifting your attention away from the earth suit to what is wearing it. That is the soul. Reverence is accepting that all is life, in and of itself sacred. Without reverence, we become cruel and destructive and create painful karma for ourselves. A reverent person automatically avoids the severe karmic consequences that are created by acting without reverence. And each reverent action is a step toward aligning itself with its soul. The soul reveres all of life. A reverent person sees and honors divinity in all its forms. Living with reverence requires challenging the values and perceptions of a 5-sensory world that does not value life. Becoming reverent is essentially becoming a spiritual person, which is our next word, spiritual. Relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. So we know our spirit, two of the many definitions that are out there, but it is ultimately your temper or disposition of mind or your outlook. The activating or essential principle influencing a person. As you are on this journey of spiritual awakening, listen to what spirits are talking to you. Because with polarity, you have good and bad spirits, positive and negative spirits, high vibrational and low vibrational spirits. Is the spirit of jealousy consuming you? Or the spirit of harmony? The spirit of forgiveness or the spirit of anger? Now, to me, spirituality and religion differ because religion is organized. And in my opinion, because if you don't know, growing up, I was a PK, a preacher's kid. Religion just has too many rules. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's just too many rules, in my opinion. Dang, I lost my train of thought. Oh, shit. So for me, when it comes to religion, I feel like I was going to church looking for some type of outside validation and wanted to be surrounded by people who could validate my beliefs as well. But then you have to think about when it comes down to religion, people go in church and they can go to church every single day and holy as thou while they in that bitch, and then will leave church and at home doing everything but what the Bible says. And I just found it to be surrounded with a lot of hypocritical people. Now, that doesn't mean all religious people are hypocritical. That was just my experience. So when I got older and stopped going to church or an organized community of religion and started to become more spiritual, going within and applying basically the same principles that religion ultimately is supposed to be applying, You could do the same thing by yourself, because again, ultimately, we all are a part of God, which makes us gods. So you have the power to heal yourself and find answers by going within. It always ultimately ends up going back to going within. But yeah, as you are being a spiritual person, y'all, be loving, be kind. When you are looking at other people, don't worry about what that person got going on. Worry about who that person is within. It's people out here wearing fucking Walmart that has more humanity, more love than a nigga in Gucci, a female in Prada or Dior. So stop looking outwardly as we examine people or judge people or allow people into our lives, and look at who they are internally. And you do this by being a spiritual person, by reflecting on the human spirit or soul. What is a God-like soul? And the last one, selective, of special value or excellence, tending to choose carefully. You should be so sacred that you are selective. Anybody can't sit with you, not just anybody. And that's when you create your boundaries to know, okay, I know I can't hang around this person because I'm going to make ill decisions. That decision isn't going to be a holy or God-like decision. We already talked about being selective in what you consume. It's a work in progress for me too, but as long as you are aware and making small steps to ultimately be as selective, high quality, choosing wisely as possible, you'll ultimately get it. Because then you'll be intentional about it. Be selective about friendships. Don't try and sit at everybody's table. Build your own table. The right people will come. Stop just accepting anything. No. Be selective. Everything that you allow into your life should be of high value, of quality. And that's not just in a monetary way. No. So an accountable person is sacred, worthy to reverence and respect. As you move through life, do it with reverence. Everything is valuable. Stop looking at what people have or what people wear as the currency to determine their worth. No. What are that person's mannerisms? What are yours? How sacred are you with yourself? Minding and weeding your thoughts, your emotions. The people you are allowing around you. Are they sacred? How are they moving? The next one, spiritual, relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. What is your outlook on life? What is your spirit telling you? To love, to forgive? Ultimately, when it comes down to being a spiritual person and making spiritual choices daily, it comes back down to your karma. I told y'all we can't worry about what's gonna come on other people no matter what they do to us. And yes, it does get difficult. I know it's gonna get easier the more in a line I get. But the outlook regarding being spiritual, because what's the benefit rather? Your karma. I'm gaining my karma. And that's the only thing you can focus on is what's good gonna come to me out of this. And selective, of special value or excellence, tending to choose carefully. Be selective with your surroundings. Be selective with what you're consuming. Be selective with the people you're allowing in your life, the thoughts you're allowing to be thought of. We have only this life to live. Better live it selectively. Everybody can't sit with you. You can't sit with everybody. An accountable person is sacred, is spiritual, and is selective. I am Simone, the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word.